Hey guys, today is Friday, January 7th. We're going over oil, price action, trading. Let's start with the big picture. So we're going to come over here to the daily chart. And I'm going to load up this entry level chart that I have right here. Okay, so purpose of starting with the daily is just to get an overall viewpoint of what the market direction is doing, where the energy is flowing, what the market is doing on a big chart basis. So let's start with the weekly. If we go out to the weekly chart, we can see the market's making these new highs, and currently we're in a weekly. We made a new weekly range. All right, that's really what I want to know. Overall, where are we going? So let's look at the daily chart. Every bar is 1 day. And you can see we're above the 9-period moving average. This is blue one. And we are above the 20-period moving average. This is the yellow. And like to look at the CCI as well on this level. So CCI is 117, which is telling you that the overall energy of the market is moving up. It's still moving up, and more importantly, it hasn't really changed. So we haven't. We're coming from this low, and momentum slowed a little bit, but now it's still continuing to go up. Number 2 is the MACD. Sometimes I use this. I'm trying to incorporate it. There's a lot of studies that show that if you correlate your entries with the MACD on a higher time frame, you will get a higher win rate, significantly higher win rate. So on the daily, the MACD is green. That's telling us that the market is moving up. Okay. So then we're going to zoom down to and we're going to just look at this here. We'll say, okay, well, the daily bar is from the previous day is right here, still intact. Market today just basically moved halfway into this range. Let's do a little time marker here so we can really just kind of delineate that in our mind. That was yesterday. This time marker. Okay. Now what I like to do is go down to the 4-hour and just hit some key areas. Key area. All right. Last high volume range that was bullish, consistent with the market, the overall market move, was formed on Thursday at 5 to 9. So we're highlighting that here. That's this gray. And we know why we like to do that, because those are important ranges that typically remain intact, and they go on to make extensions, 50% extensions, 100% extensions. Okay, so we identified a key range. We identified the overall market movement. Now we're going to zero in a little bit further on the 1-hour chart and just look at what happened since yesterday. Okay, so here's yesterday's range. We had the previous day high, previous day low, pivot level halfway between the previous day high and low. And this is the time marker that we made, right? So since yesterday, since this range was put in, high and low, the market has made another little bit of a high. But really it's pulled back about $2 into that 4-hour range that we identified. And so we'll say this is a $2 pullback. And obviously our CCI is oversold here. And right now we're starting to get some bullish momentum, right? So look at another thing I've been recently paying attention to is these volume bars, like the volume, selling volume over the course of the day. You know, started high and gradually diminished to below average. Now, how does that help us? Because you're trying to go long in here somewhere to get that extension move. So let's look at this move on a 1-minute chart. Okay, and where we are now. So the 1 minute, see, is telling us ever since you came off of the high of day, the market has been moving under this 200 period moving average. And just now, you know, right, you're pushing a little bit past the pivot level, and then suddenly, boom, that's where the bulls are kicking in right there. Okay, right here on that high volume. So if there's anything that looks like a reversal of this retracement, it's this. You know, you've closed above the 200 on high volume, and looks like things are kind of moving back up. The 1 hour is showing you have a high volume bar on the 1 hour. You can look at it even on 15 and see, you know, that after the seller volume started decreasing, now it looks like the bullish volume is coming into play, and it's above average. So that's something to pay attention to right there. So the stop loss is still below this 4-hour range, and like I said, we're trying to go for extensions of this range. So I'm doing an extension to the 50 right here. The 50's up at 80, 90, 81, or the 100. So that's 81.97. So that's our kind of our game plan and analysis for Friday, January 7, going into next week. We're going to hold this range and try to hit one of the extension levels and see where we are. But all day has been just a retracement day. But it looks like the bulls are kicking in somewhere around 80, 78, 70 to try to maintain this range. All right, guys. Talk to you later.